Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to yet another video. So today's video, we're going to talk a little bit more about the third phase. Now, everything that we know about the third phase is obviously just surface level for this current time period, right? So we're going to learn a lot more and we're going to explore and develop our strategies a lot more along the way. So primarily, we're just going to focus more on the main concept of the Sunken Viper. Yes, the name hasn't stuck into my head just yet. But before that, let's just quickly go through all of our equipment. And I will talk more about why they are on these equipment towards the later part of this video when we are actually doing the run itself. So you might notice that all of our espers are on the Nether set except for Asenath. Now, we're going to run this and I'm going to explain how this fight works first before talking a little bit more about the espers that I'm bringing here and of course the little things that you must take note of. Okay, so thanks to Agni for giving me a lot of solid advice. This is all you need to know about the Sunken Viper. Okay, so this is the hardest boss in the game right now. I'm not even talking about Celestial Anomaly, I'm talking about everything in the game. So this is the hardest boss. Attacks against the boss applies Snake Venom on yourself, as you can see this red debuff over here. And you also receive damage, which is not true damage. So it's stated over here that you will receive true damage somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, this part. Counter flow. When hit, damage taken minus 5000 and deals true damage to the attacker, which is 70% of his attack, which means this damage actually goes up over time because the boss gets power boosted. And of course, this is not true damage. As you can see, when we attack the boss, okay, sometimes we get crit, sometimes when we attack the boss might actually land a miss, right? So if you land miss straight up on the boss, that is actually another strategy to reduce the incoming damage. But anyway, another thing about the boss is that attacks against the boss will apply a tight debuff on the boss per attack, not per hit. So if you notice that Lewis here, he has two of these tight buff, whatever it's called, tight something. I can't really recall the name of the buff right now. Essentially, how you get this buff is when you take a turn, you will gain this buff, and with this buff, you are able to apply the debuff, as you can see here, on the boss, right? So this debuff over here, this is what you can apply with this tight force buff. Yes, it's called tight force. So the thing is, if you do not have the tight force buff and you attack the boss, you're not going to apply stacks, right? So that means that if you are running the Avatara set, for example, when you Avatara proc, you're actually not going to apply more tight force debuff on the boss. And also just to add on, right, so multi-hits, they don't actually apply multiple stacks. So Lewis, in this case, he's not actually going to apply multiple stacks. It's unfortunate, but he is a tight caller. Now, next thing, the boss only... Oh my god, my Ember already died, what the heck? The boss only does AoE attacks. So you might be tempted to use Avatara in this case, but the thing is, you will lose a lot of HP, especially in the second round onwards. We actually have to rerun this because Ember died. So from the second round onwards, whenever you attack the boss, because of the power boosting and all that the boss has received, because you attack the boss, he is actually going to reflect a lot of damage to you, and it is extremely disgusting. Now, let's move on with the espers and why I have built them this way. So, very clearly, when you attack the boss, you're going to take damage, right? So, in order for you to mitigate that, is to run the Nether set on your espers. So, all of my DPS espers, they all have the Nether set, and it's very important that you do so. If not, you probably can't compete in this content at all. So, if you're not able to upkill HP by yourself, and you have to rely so much on your healer, then you're not going to have a good time. Now, as for my Asenath, the way I built her is the Ocean set without any Avatara, nothing like that, right? And why the Ocean set is so good is because her third skill is actually what makes her super freaking strong. As you can see, we have this buff on ourselves, which is the Lotus Mark. And whenever you attack the boss, the damage mitigation of the Lotus Mark actually kicks in. And it actually takes place, it takes effect, and all of the incoming damage that you receive is reduced by 50%. But most importantly, this buff doesn't actually disappear. It doesn't go away when you attack the boss and you get hit this way. See that? We are still with the Lotus Mark buff. Only when the boss attacks us will the Lotus Mark disappear. So Asenath is just the third skill that's the most important thing. Of course, the second skill for extra healing is very useful. But yeah, so that's about it for the espers that I'm using here. They're all tight callers, okay? So most importantly, you need to bring tight callers so that you can de-level the boss ASAP, right? De-level the boss so that he becomes, he reaches exhaustion so that you can deal more damage to him and gain faster score. This mode is all about racking up as many points as possible before you start to eventually dwindle and die. So as you can see, I have 2.6 million over here, but the rest of my teams, they are already 18 million and about 18 million as well. But of course, that's because our upgrades are still not leveled up at all. So I haven't actually upgraded anything else, not even one single node. So actually, I'm going to level up some of my nodes and then get back to this content again. Okay, so last couple of tips for you guys. I did a rerun because we were lacking on Embla for the most part, right? And also, I went ahead to upgrade the rest of my nodes. So right now, I'm a lot more boosted. But anyway, another thing, when you are stunned, right? So the boss actually has an AoE stun on his second skill, which he's going to apply as soon as he takes a turn. when you are stunned, you don't actually lose the Tide Force buff because you are not attacking, because you are stunned. And in that situation, as you can see, like my Asenath over here, she has 3 stacks of it. In that situation, Avatara is actually not bad. Avatara actually works out. So it might make sense to run Asenath on the Avatara set because she is going to have a lot of those excess stacks, but the thing is whenever she attacks, she's going to lose HP that way, which might be a bad thing. So if you want to run Avatara, I suggest you to only put it on your DPS Espers if they have the Nether set. But like I said, the damage scaling goes way too crazy and Avatara might kill you a little bit too soon, yeah? Because do take note that when a boss attacks you, you lose your damage mitigation, and when you Avatara proc, yeah, you're gonna die. And the final thing for this fight is that the Snake Venom that you receive only lasts for 1 single turn. So you'll notice that when, let's say, Embla attacks the boss, she will actually lose her current Snake Venom and she will gain the new Snake Venom based on the number of attacks that she did. So she hit twice and therefore now she has 2 of it. Essentially, by taking multiple turns, you are only going to refresh the number of Snake Venom debuffs that you have on yourself. You're not actually going to add more stacks. So yeah, just pay attention to that. That's not going to kill you. You're not going to stack like 100 debuffs and instantly die, right? That's not going to be the case. But one more thing, I know I keep saying like one more thing, but okay, literally one more thing is that the Snake Venom debuff that you receive actually increases the damage taken by 25% per stack. So very dangerous stuff. So that's why I say that multi-hitters are going to suck over here. Okay, but anyway, that's about it for this content for the time being. I've actually tested off camera. Miss rate up is very, very effective in making sure that when you attack the boss lens misses on you. Alright, so I might actually just put it on the screen somewhere you can see. But yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. I hope this video helped you in any way possible. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.